ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषत् गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। Okay, 48.
Where check version?
48.
48.
न वेदयज्ञाध्ययनैर्न दानैः
न वेदयज्ञाध्ययनैर्न दानैः
न च क्रियाभिर्न तपोभिरुग्रैः
न च क्रियाभिर्न तपोभिरुग्रैः
एवं रूपः शक्य अहं नृलोके
एवं रूपः शक्य अहं नृलोके
द्रष्टुं त्वदन्येन कुरु प्रवीर।
द्रष्टुं त्वदन्येन कुरु प्रवीर।
मा ते व्यथा मा च विमूढभावः
मा ते व्यथा मा च विमूढभावः
दृष्ट्वा रूपं घोरमीदृङ्ममेदम्
दृष्ट्वा रूपं घोरमीदृं ममेदम्
व्यपेतभिः प्रीतमनाः पुनस्त्वम्
व्यपेतभिः प्रीतमनाः पुनस्त्वम्
तदेव मे रूपमिदं प्रपश्य।
तदेव मे रूपमिदं प्रपश्य।
सञ्जय उवाच
सञ्जय उवाच
इत्यर्जुनं वासुदेवस्तथोक्त्वा
इत्यर्जुनं वासुदेवस्तथोक्त्वा
स्वकं रूपं दर्शयामास भूयः
स्वकं रूपं दर्शयामास भूयः
आश्वासयामास च भीतमेनम्
आश्वासयामास च भीतमेनम्
भूत्वा पुनः सौम्य वपुर्महात्मा
भूत्वा पुनः सौम्य वपुर्महात्मा।
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
दृष्ट्वेदं मानुषं रूपम्
दृष्ट्वेदं मानुषं रूपं
तव सौम्यं जनार्दन
तव सौम्यं जनार्दन
इदानीमस्मि संवृत्तः
इदानीमस्मि संवृत्तः
सचेताः प्रकृतिं गतः
सचेताः प्रकृतिं गतः।
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
Sudurdarshamidam Rupam
सुदुर्दर्शमिदं रूपम्
Drishtavanasi Yanmama
दृष्टवानसि यन्मम
Eva Apyasya Rupasya
देवा अप्यस्य रूपस्य
Nityam Darshana Kankshinaha.
नित्यं दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः.
So we had Sanjaya Uvacha, then Arjuna Uvacha. So there in 51, Arjuna is saying that I'm fine now. That's what he's saying basically. Idanim samrittaha asmi. I am back to normal. When you came back to normal, I also became normal. He says, and before that, Bhagavan Vacha, 47 onwards. 47 onwards, Bhagavan is impressing upon Arjuna that this is not a drishti that anybody can get. That's what he says. You are the one who got. That's what he says. Tadeva me rupam idam prapashya. Okay, that is later. But evam rupaha aham nirloke twadanyena na shakya. Nobody other than you, he says. And that's why we have all these technical questions. What about Sanjaya? What about Vyasa? What about other people? Did they see it? No. Okay, they may have seen it. But here in this context, this is not something that any human being can see. That is what he is saying. Can see means what? That means what about all the jnanis? There were no jnanis at all before Arjuna and Krishna, or what? If you ask. No, there are many people who saw Vishwarupa Darshan. Jnanena Vishwarupa Darshanam eva. Correct? So let's be careful here. Let's not take everything too literal. I need to plug in the power cord. So keep that in mind. Okay? Vishwarupa Darshanam, a jnani by default gets. How? Vishwadrishti everybody has. Everybody can see the universe. Everybody can hear the universe. Whole world is available. If somebody is in jail, whole world is not available. But jail is available. Jail is the word. What to do? That's how it is. So, the Vishwarupam is available for everybody. But I am a limited entity. That is the problem. I am as good as this body. And so, despite the Vishwarupa being available, I cannot appreciate it. And so, that jnanam alone can give the Vishwarupa drishti. Therefore, even before Arjuna, Vishwarupa Darshana is there. And that's what Krishna is now saying. He's going to say that, okay? He said, hey, this drishti is not possible by anybody, okay? We saw that earlier also. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatanam api siddhanam kaschin mam vetti tattvataha. Some of you remember that, I think, right? So, yeah. So, mam vetti. Some people only know me as I must be known. Tattvata. Everybody knows me. Everybody knows me. Bhagavan is the most popular guy. So if you have to take a vote as to who is the most popular, this Modi and all has become very popular. That's very good. But long before Modi, God is popular. Okay. So we just don't include God in the list of things. That's all. And actresses and all are there. But God doesn't come in that list. But Bhagavan is the most popular. But Tatsvataha, as I should be known. So my real nature is missed out. So he said there itself. Same thing here also. We can connect it here. Only you have the benefit of this. And we also said that you got the benefit of seeing Vishwarupa Darshanam, Rupa, not out of Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, because you are only now becoming a Karma Yogi. You are yet to be a Karma Yogi, okay? And the assumption is he is a Karma Yogi as the teaching is going on, correct? It's the assumption. So he's a Karma Yogi. He recognizes it. He has to lead a life of a Karma Yogi. Yeah, and that is there. Therefore, he says this Vishwarupa Darshanam, you got Durlabham. Despite you having to do a lot more work, you are able to see because you surrendered, and the context is like that. My grace is also there, and so you got it. And if you really got it, you cannot take the drishti away. Correct? I see the snake. Then the tattva drishti is there. I see the rope. When I see the snake, I can't see the rope. When I see the rope, how much ever I want, I cannot see the snake. Correct? I'd imagine, I'd close my eyes. Then Guruji will say, what are you doing? I'm trying to imagine a snake on the rope. Okay. You can imagine a snake on the rope. It's not impossible. You can do that. But you know very well it's a rope. Because if it were a snake, there's no chance you'll be sitting like this. Correct? And uh, so we can connect all those things. And here Krishna has been saying that this is not an ordinary thing. Arjuna, you're asking the opposite of what most people ask. Correct? You asked for Vishwarupa Drishti before. That is good. But now you're wanting to go back. I can understand that. Vapeta Bihi and all we saw. So now here, then we saw Arjuna Vacha. I am fine, he says. Aham idani must be samrittaha. And now Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Bhagavan is concluding this Vishwarupa Darshana. A fairly long chapter, 55 shlokas are there here. And he's saying, Sudurdarsham idam rupam. Idam rupam. Again, he's before he leaves, he's just reminding Arjuna, don't forget the importance of what just happened. And idam rupam, this form that you saw, sudurdarsham, another typical usage in Sanskrit. You won't find this in English. Darsham, visible, capable of being seen. Durdarsham, very difficult to be seen. Correct? Durdarsham, dukkena darsham. Du means dukkena, right? Durbuddhihi, all this du in Sanskrit and Hindi, this du means generally it means negative, something negative. Durbuddhihi means this they are dushta buddhi. Correct? There's wrong thinking, constantly trying to hurt somebody, cheat somebody. That's called durbuddhihi. And then sukham, sushtu, all these meanings are there. Yeah. So here, durdarsham, difficult to see. Sudurdarsh, this is very rare to say. Correct? Sudurdarsh. Sudarsham, you can say. Sudarsham and all. Durdarsham, you can say. But here it is Sudurdarsh. Means difficult to see. Very difficult to see. Indeed, very difficult to see. Something like that we have to add. Okay. So Sudardarsham idam rupam. Drishtavan asi yan mama. Yat mama. That's the way to split it. Yat mama rupam. Drishtavan asi. That form which you had seen or which you saw just now. See, we don't know how the time is passing, really speaking. We really don't know. They say 18 days, 17 days, and all they say. But some number of days, okay. This mind keeps on asking how long, when, how, what language they spoke in. All these questions are coming. Okay, let them speak in any language. Right now, do I understand what is being said or not? That is the most important. Okay. So, Drishtavan Asi Yen Mama, that yet, that form which you had seen just now, not because you really deserved it, not because you worked for it, but because some I felt good about you, and you also surrendered to me. You said, I am your Shishya, etc. So I was very happy. And then, and so why is it difficult to see? Devaha api asya rupasya, Devaha api asya rupasya, nityam darshakankshinaha. Devaha api nityakankshinaha or darshanakankshinah. Kankshi. Kankshi means eager, eager to, pining for, aching for, right? Something. They use the word aching for. So they're also craving. Or devas are also craving for this darshana of this rupa, asya rupasya, of that form, that vishwarupasya, darshana kankshinaha. Even the gods, devas also, who are not in this boloka, they're somewhere else, but they also want the same thing. Okay? They also want it, but they are not getting it. Okay? Nityam, always they are darshana kankshinaha. They have been always like, and they don't know what to do to get it. That's why they're always remaining like that. Still they're praying. Still that is pending in the lives of the devas also. Devaha api asya rupasya nityam darshana kankshina. So that is how Krishna is praising that Vishwarupa here. Let's see, fairly straightforward shloka here. Shri Bhagavan said, the Lord said, Shri Bhagavan said, we are translating the mantra. This form of mind which you have seen is very difficult to see. This form of mind which you have seen is very difficult to see. Full stop. Even gods are always craving. Even the gods are always craving for the vision of this form. Even gods are always craving for the vision of this form. So that word nityam refers to always. It does not refer to nitya atma, eternal, permanent things. Okay. Sri Bhagavan said, this form of mind which you have seen is very difficult to see. Even gods are always craving for the vision of this form. Naham vedairna tapasa.
Naham vedairna tapasa.
Na danena na chejyaya.
Na danena na chejyaya.
Shakya evam vidho drashtum.
Shakya evam vido drashtum.
Drishtvanasi mam yatha.
दृष्टवानसि मां यथा
Naham vedairna tapasa.
नाहं वेदैर्न तपसा
Na danena na chejyaya.
न दानेन न चेज्जया
Shakya evam vidho drashtum.
शक्य एवं विदो द्रष्टुम्
Drishtvanasi mam yatha.
दृष्टवानसि मां यथा.
So when you hear a shloka like this, then it probably occurred to some of you that it sounds like a repeat, correct? Sounds like a repeat. Repeat of what? Number 48. Navetayajnadhyayanairnadanaihi. Same thing here. Vedaihi. Dhanena. Na chakriyabhirna tapobhirugraihi. 48, okay? So tapasa. All those words are there here. So it looks like sometimes, when we talk, if we feel like the other person has not acknowledged or responded to something important you said, what do? We do what we normally do, which is, just repeat the exact line. Sometimes twice, thrice also we end up saying. And so it appears like Krishna is doing that. Appears like Krishna is doing. Swamiji doesn't say that. Swamiji doesn't say what I just said. Okay, it is just my own feeling, that's all. So here he's saying, what is the verb here? Shakyaha evam vidaha drashtum. Drashtum shakya. Possible to see. Evam vidaha. If we have to add rupaha. There rupaha. That rupaha we can come from the previous shloka is coming, rupam. And from 48 it's coming, evam rupaha, 48. Okay. So, evam vidaha rupa. This kind of form that you saw, you described everything. You only described in so many words. I did not describe. Okay, that kind of form, evam vidaha rupaha, drashtum sakyaha, possible to see. But there is too many nakaras here. Na, many. The first line is full of nas. So, you have put that drashtum na shakyaha, not possible to see. Not possible to see. That's how we should look at it. And or rupaha you can bring, or aham. The word aham is there in the first quarter, okay? Naham, correct? Na aham. Aham na drashtum shakya. I cannot be seen. Evam vidaha aham. This form of me cannot be seen. Okay? This is the tattvataha from that shloka. Cannot be seen. Okay? By what? All this vedaihi, tapasa, danena, ijyaya. These are all tritiya, third case, instrumental. By veda, by tapas, by dano, and by ijyaya, by worship. Aradhanena. Okay. Pujaya. That one. Okay. Vedaihi. By the Vedas. Just he's saying by Vedas, you can't see me. Or I can't be seen. Right? By Vedas, we saw that last time. Veda Yajna Adhyayana. Veda Adhyayanam. Okay. And Yajna Adhyayanam. Both can be included here. Okay. And so Veda Adhyayanam. Veda Adhyayanam is important. All of us have to do Veda Adhyayanam. Really. Some of you are already learning now. And you can't find a teacher, find a teacher, local teacher. We'll keep a lookout. We'll keep a lookout. And I was teaching Vedaparayana, and it has to be generally done one-on-one, online one-on-one. Otherwise, it's very difficult, very difficult. And there's some people, I get messages saying, join this online course and tens of thousands of people are benefiting and all. That's good if it works out. But I cannot handle that. This pronunciation is so important that we can't take. It's not like chanting shlokas. Bhagavad Gita shlokas we can learn in the group, and because swaram is not important, words are important, and there also the teacher has to be very cautious. But if we mistake here and there, it's not critical. But then in Veda, they say if one swara mistake is done, one akshara mistake is done, it is like killing a baby. They put this guilt also on us. Really, the guilt is there. I've learned that guilt only. And so if I make a mistake, I'll immediately correct myself. Immediately. And that's okay. That's good. It's not guilt. It's not like I'm living with guilt or not. I'm okay. And so Swamiji says, what about Ganapatis? Are you a Ganapati? I'm a Ganapati. Means Ganapati is a very big thing in Veda Adhyayana, you know. There's a particular way of chanting the Veda. Okay. Many ways. There are some 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 ways of chanting. The normal way that we all learn initially. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Okay. Brahma Vida Apnoti Param Tadesha Bhyukta Satyam Jnanamanantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihitam Guhaya. Keeps on word after word after word after. Continuous. Just read the text that is there with the swaras. That is called Samhita Path. Basic Patha. Then there is something called Padapatha. Padapatha is splitting all the sandhis. Brahmavit apnoti param. Brahmavida apnoti param. Tadesha tat yesha abhyukta, like that. You know, it seems more difficult, right? Now imagine this Hindi song is there and you sing nicely. Suddenly you say word by word, you split means what? It won't come at all. You won't get it. You won't get it because that's how it is. So you have to split it. That means that consciously you must know what the words are. Then, after this, there is something called Kramapata. Kramapata is not difficult. Okay. I mean, not difficult means to follow. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. So, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's better, I think. So, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. Like that. Very simple, right? That is Kramapata. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatikam Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam. Om Gananam Tva Gananam Gananam Tva Ganapatikam Havamahe Gananam Tva Ganapatikam Havamahe Kavim. So mentally they have to get used to that. Our children do very well. See, they have it in their mind. They are wired with this. That's why we say teach all these things to children, memorization and all. In our culture, it's very important, very useful. The criticism is that, oh, we teach people to memorize but don't know how to apply it. Okay, that is a criticism of Indian education. Okay, we'll deal with that. We can deal with that. So, that is Kramapata, correct? 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5 goes on. Then there is Jatapata. And then there is some other Shila and this and that. There are 11. 11th one is called Ganapata. So Ganam, all of us would have heard of this Ganapatis. Ganapati is one who has mastered not just all this, but all the way to the last level of difficulty called Ganapati. Ganapata is like this. Okay. So same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Let me repeat that. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Many of you are smiling. That means what? Easy or difficult or crazy or what is it? So that is
That's
Ganam.
a PhD level difficulty.
PhD level difficult. Okay. So that's all it is. So it's over. Formula is over. There's no other formula in this. Next one will be what? 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 4, 5. See, I am putting, for me, it's an added level of difficulty. You know why? Because I am, my 1 is on to my right. Normally 1, 2, 3, left to right you go, but I'm actually going right to left. So you can see left to right. Are you seeing left to right or right to left? Left to right only, huh? Okay. Because when I show India map, I'll show India map. Then I will say this Gujarat is here. Assam is here, I will say. Even though it is a mirrors. So I want you to see the right directions. I consciously had to get used to that. I have to mentally say, oh, just don't do that. Do it this way. Bombay is not here. Bombay is here. Like that. So anyway, this is Ganapati, right? So, Ganana Antva Ganapatikum Hava Mahe Kaving Kaviham. That's a normal Samhita. Ganana Antva Tva Ganana Ang Ganana Antva Ganapatim Ganapatim Tva Ganana Ang Ganana Antva Ganapatim. Correct? Then Tva Ganapatim Ganapatim Tva Tva Ganapatigum Hava Mahe Ganapatim Tva Tva Ganapatigum Hava Mahe. Same formula. That's all it is. That's it. You just practice. And I was talking to one of our Pandits who was visiting for Shraddha Mandal. And he does it well. And he was telling me, you can't memorize this. He said, you can't memorize. You should not memorize it. And you have to know the formula in the head. Then you can just do it, he said. Because memorizing means they become Gananantva Ganapatikam Hava Mahe Kaving Kavinam is memorized. So now you have to mentally bring it up and then cut. You have to do this jigsaw, cut in the head. That's what he was telling me, which I agree. Because if you must extempore, it has to be extempore. What he's saying. So anyway, this is called Ganapati. Swamiji is saying, what about a Ganapati? Na Vedaihi. Na Ganapataihi. Not possible. You can't see. I might say I'm a great Ganapati, but still, even the Ganapati has to know. Na Vedaihi iti. Pata is good. It's important. It's a sadhana. It should give me antakarana shuddhi. I become one who has preserved the Vedas, protected the Vedas. Next level of protection is there, which is understanding the final purport of the Veda, the Upanishads, and then teach it. And then, of course, that's the final protection of Vedas, correct? So,
Guruji, yeah. Guruji, what is the significance of Ganapati? I mean,
I'll tell you. If you ask me, I'll tell you now. It's Ganapata. Okay, ask me in satsang. Okay, you don't mind. So we'll continue. Good question, though. Next, what happened? There is another shloka. Janmana jayate shudraha. Look at this shloka. Janmana jayate shudraha. Karmana dvija uchyate. Veda pathena viprasyat. Brahmano brahma vedana. Very interesting shloka. It says, by birth, all of us are Shudras. Janmana jayate shrudraha. That's it, over. And why? Because gunataha, by character, how's the child? Hey, the child is prakrita purusaha. The child will cry whenever it's in pain and whenever it wants something. And then it wants what keeps on asking, I want. Until I get it, and then I will stop crying. This is all the child's buddhi. Simply go after whatever I like this. I want to put it in the mouth. This is all the child. And the prakrita purushaha, very, very basic nature. Now, it's not sophisticated. It can only do certain things as a child. Okay, so those certain things, it is just going. I want to eat. I want to play. Constantly, this is what parents are therefore constantly running after the child. Constant means constant. Prakrita purushaha, shudraha, inability to think for itself, inability for any initiative, inability to feel for others also. All this chance for a child. Okay, no chance. Therefore, janmana jayate shudraha. Then look at this. Karmana drija uchyate. This is a Vedic society. Okay. So karmana, the minute the boy or girl starts performing Vaidika karma, puja also you can include, and boys, etc., this thread and all is given. Then what happens? Then karma, daily karma will be there. Daily puja will be there. Daily puja. Okay. The minute the person does daily, even lighting a lamp daily, drija uchyate, this is the second birth, twice born. This Christian twice born comes from here. Okay, they use it for a different purpose. So twice born. Why twice born? Because Veda Mata, new mother. This guy now has a new mother. Therefore, Dvijaha. Okay, then what? Look at this. Then Veda Pathena Vipraha Syat. Veda Pathena Viprasyat. Vipraha. Now this another title this guy gets, and title is called Vipraha. And what is that? Vipraha means one who has begun studying the Vedas. Veda Pathena means Parayanena. That is the meaning. Pathena here means Parayana. So the people coming out of the Veda Pathashalas, they're all Vipras. Very important title. Because Veda is there in their heads. They are the body of people who have to be protected. They are carrying the entire Shastra. Vipraha Syat. Then, is that the final title I must get? No. The final title I must get is Brahmanaha. And who is a Brahmana also? The Shloka says. Brahmanaha Brahma Vedanath. This guy has to know what Brahman is. That's it. It's very categorical here. There is no interpretation possible. Brahma Vedana. Vedanam means knowing. Vid Vedanam. Vid Jnane. Vedana. So, because the person knows Brahma, that person is called a Brahmana. Correct? Therefore, there also Veda Patena Viprasyat only. So, the Vipra cannot get Vishwarupa Darshanam. Only the Brahmana can get Vishwarupa Darshanam. Correct? So, I was reminded of this when I was reviewing this shloka. And so there also it says, Veda Pata is not enough. So here also it says, Vedaihi na evam vidaha aham drashtum shakyaha na tapasa. Same thing, tapas, any kinds of religious disciplines. In our culture is a religious culture. Every Indian is religious. He has to by some kind of conditioning, he has to say, I am not religious. Otherwise, every Indian is religious. It's by default. Like Swamiji said, some media person asked him, who is a Hindu? You know what he said? Swamiji's response? Every Indian is a Hindu, unless he claims otherwise. This is what he said. Because the topic was conversion. And so, here also, tapas is normal for all of us. And we have all kinds of vratas. Every other day there is some vrata going on. Okay? Vratam. And somebody called me the other day and said they went to 60 temples in 6 days. This is only Indians will do all these things. No other part of the world you will hear all these things. In America and all, you can't say. You can say I'm going to temple. But even the vratam concept, is there. Temple, going to temple. For us, birthday means going to temple. That becomes the quote unquote celebration. And so this tapasa is so important. Tapas. So japam, etc. All these things are tapas. But na tapasa. Drashtum shakyaha. Aham drashtum shakyaha. Na danena. We saw it last time. Na cha ijjaya. Na cha ijjaya. That's the way to split it. Ij. Ij means in the sense of worship. Ijjaya. By worshipping through rituals or through other types of modes of worship, yajna, etc., not possible. Drishtavan asi mam yatha. Drishtavan asi, you had seen me. Yatha, evam vidaha. Okay, in this way, you are the one who have seen me in the way that all the devas also want to see Darshana Kakshinaha Asan Te. And so they also saw it. So here again, we have to remind ourselves that this is the technique of Ninda and Stuti. We saw that last time. Ninda Stuti Bhyam Stavanam. The praise is being done by using Ninda and Stuti. Putting down something so as to emphasize something else. So in one household, the mother is saying, hey, you are there in the street all the time. If you don't study, then Gaya, your career is gone. Okay? You will be on the streets. That's it. Now also you are in the streets. Later on also you will be in the streets. That's what the mother says. Next door, you know what they're saying? If you are glued to your books like this, something can happen to your mind. You have to go outside and play. Look at them. They're all playing. Just go and play. Hey, two opposite advices are given. Neighbors. So that is what it is. Ninda Stuti. So Ninda does not mean not necessary. Ninda is meant to praise something else. Okay? So let's look at this translation. Swami Paramathanandaji's translation. Neither by the study of the Vedas, nor by austerity, nor by charity, nor by worship, can I be seen in this form as you have seen me. So I think evam vidaha. The word form can be put in parenthesis because I don't see that word form in the moolam. Evam vidaha, this type of is all it says. So that is where I think form in parenthesis. Neither by the study of the Vedas, nor by austerity, nor by charity, nor by worship can I be seen in this form as you have seen me.
In bracket, Vishwarupa can be there. That is, seen me. After that, Vishwarupa.
Yeah. Okay. Next. So if these things don't help, then what will help? Let's see what Bhagavan says. Over is next. Bhaktya tvananyaya shakyaha
Bhaktya tvananyaya shakyah
ahamevam vidhorjuna
ahamevam vidhorjuna
jnatum drashtum cha tatvena
natum drashtum cha tatvena
praveshtum cha parantapa
praveshtum cha parantapa
bhaktya tvananyaya shakyaha
bhaktya tvananyaya shakyah
ahamevam vidhorjuna
ahamevam vidhorjuna
jnatum drashtum cha tatvena
natum drashtum cha tatvena
praveshtum cha parantapa.
praveshtum cha parantapa.
So now Bhagavan Krishna is introducing the word bhakti. Okay. I don't remember if he had used the word before. I don't think so. Okay. We had called it as bhakti, but I don't remember seeing it. This is the first time it's coming. Bhaktya. Bhakti. So it is a seed for the next chapter. Okay. Bhaktya. And he's telling what kind of bhakti. Any bhakti is not enough. Ananyaya bhaktya. By a bhakti called Ananya Bhakti. So we have to spend some time. I mean, you already know what it is. In Kathopanishad, Ananya Prokte Gatiratra Nasti comes to my mind right now. And so he is introducing that word Ananya here. Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritino arjuna arto jignyasurartharti jnani cha bharatarsha. We saw several chapters. So, arthaha artharti, one category. Jignasu, different category. Then jnani is a different category. We want to categorize. So, arthaha, one who is a bhaktaha in distress. Some crisis is there. Therefore, that person resorts to Bhagavan in moments of crisis. Then, artharthi, one who is smarter than this arthaha, because this guy says, no, it is not enough. God is needed even when there is no crisis. And so all my ventures, God is definitely needed. Without him, there is no way I can succeed in my business or anything. Business is a big thing. Anything small also, I need his help. Therefore, that is artharthi, right? So arthaha and artharthi, Bhagavan is a sadhanam, is a means, is an instrument. Just like I have so many things I use in my life to get what I want. I use my car. I have a car. I use my car to get certain things, go places, etc. Like that, I now have Bhagavan also. Bhagavan also will be used as a sadhana to get what I want. And what do I want? Arthaha, kamaha, dharmaha also should be added to that. And so, these three things I want. And for that, God is also a very good, useful means. Because I know that I am not 100% capable of doing everything. I not a lot of things, but there are many things where I really can't achieve by myself. I depend on so many people and so many things. And therefore, God becomes a means for this Artha Bhakta and Artharthi Bhakta. Still both are Bhaktas. Because Bhakti requires Bhagavan as appreciation of Bhagavan. There is Bhagavan. The world cannot run without Bhagavan, and my life also cannot run without Bhagavan. World cannot run, okay, that I may not be aware, but definitely my life cannot run without Bhagavan. That is bhakti. Okay? And so, what about the next stage? Okay. So here, continuing this discussion, what happens if God does not give me what I want? Then there can be a trust deficit. They call it a trust deficit. Means bhakti is there, but then if I'm constantly struggling despite my prayers, then my trust, my belief, my shraddha in Bhagavan is shaken. Bhakti also can be shaken. And that's how it is. Bhakti can be shaken. And so trust deficit can be there for this Artha Bhakta and Arthati Bhaktaha. And which I heard with my own ears, one person saying that recently, that I will not believe you anymore. You did not do this for me, he said. It was a sad situation. And so some death happened at home, etc. And so I can understand that. It's nothing. It's just that's how we are. And it's not about any particular person. But it's possible. Trust deficit is there. When we are pushed to the limit, then we will ask questions. And this kind of bhakti is also called what? Sakama bhakti. Sakama bhakti. Because a bhakti is a means for me to achieve something else. Therefore, kama, I have a desire for various things. And so, sakama bhakti. Correct? And then what happens? Then some viveka begins to develop. Because then, despite all my prayers and despite God being almighty, if things are still happening that I don't like, I begin to recognize that karma palam is of three types. That is what? Whatever I get is combined with dukkham. Always dukkha mishritatvam is there. I get something, but still I am not completely satisfied. Thoda aage piche hai. Everything is aage piche. This aage piche. How is your job? What? How is your job? I thought you were very happy. Yeah, I was very happy. I was very happy. Happiness became was. Not is, was. And so everything is only. So dukkha mishritatvam. Then atripti karatvam. Atripti. Always sadness comes. Sadness comes means insulin is good, but you have to poke your body in order to get insulin. Nobody wants to be poked. So it's good for you, but you have to undergo some pain. Then atripti karatvam is a little different. Atripti means somehow at the end of the day you say, you know what? What is this? What kind of life is this? What kind of life is this? What do you mean, what kind of life? Everybody has a kind of life and everybody leads like this only. But then what kind of life? Is this a life I want to lead? And so, atripti karatvam. Then finally, bandha karatvam will be. Karatvam means addiction. Addiction to certain things will be. Can't live without certain things. I used to live without certain things before. Now I can't live without. It's becoming like more and more things I am addicted to. And they say children and all, order something. Means get what children, adults also. Amazon.in, Amazon.com. No wonder Jeff Bezos is the king of this world. No wonder. It's what a magic that is. He's come up. I have to tell you. He's on top of the world. And so they say these kids got used to all these things. They can't. This marriage requires a lot of patience, lot of flexibility, lot of give and take. And yahan par Amazon.com, if it doesn't come in 3 days, I'm complaining. And if some product quality is not good, immediately email is sent and they come and take this and give something else. All these things happen. Take my husband away, give me another husband. It's not so easy. So these three things are there. Bandhakatvam is there. Atriptikaratvam is there. Dukkha Mishritatvam is there. The minute a person understands this, that this is how life is going to be, then the person begins to ask, what am I missing? Correct? They say, what am I missing? I like that question very much. And what am I missing is a very good question. Is there something I'm missing? Very good question to ask. That means I'm assuming that I don't know something. Correct? I don't know. I'm missing a lot, I think. What am I missing? That's I learned it. In America, I learned that usage. What am I missing? Means instead of saying you're wrong, I'm saying I'm missing something. I missed out something important you said. What am I missing? And very beautiful. And so that person has to ask that question. Then then Shravanam becomes a possibility, because for Shravanam, my ears have to be open. And therefore, that person becomes a jignasu. More the person hears, the more the person appreciates, yes, I missed out on something big. And it's time to focus on that big thing. Therefore, I become a previously mumukshu. Mukshu means I want moksha. I want to be free from all these problems. And our Shastra says moksha. And so moksha, I want. Then something happens, and then mumukshutvam gets converted to jignasutvam. Why? Because now I begin to understand what moksha is. And once understanding takes a priority, then I am willing to listen. That person is a jignasu. And after all, only the human mind can be a jignasu. No other mind can be a jignasu. And so that for that person, previously for him, the God was a means. Now God is an end in itself. Now I can clearly say God is not a means. Previously means, all right. Now I have to let go of this idea that God has to constantly do something to me, waiting for him to come and help, etc. It's okay. I need to grow out of it. There's a lot more than that. Now Bhagavan is an end in itself. Means end. Look at that. Complete opposite. Complete opposite, correct? A means can always be given up. End means can't be given up. Can't be given up. So that person, Jignasu, Bhagavan is the Adhyaya. Previously, Bhagavan was what? Sadhanam. Sadhanam. Now it's Sadhya. Means to get, means to achieve, correct? I mean, not a means to achieve. Must be achieved. That is Bhagavan. And then suddenly everything, for what is this life I was saying before? Now I can understand. This life is meant for that. This grahastha is meant for that. I missed out that higher end. That is why I struggled in this life. I thought somehow all these things have to happen in a particular way. But really, they don't have to happen in a particular way. This way, that way is okay. There's nothing wrong in that, because my sights are always there. Bhagavan is the end. If I say the means can go this way or that way, it's okay. It's okay. Very big jump. It's okay is a very big jump. Okay. And then, therefore, that is Sadhyam. Bhagavan is Sadhyam. And this is where Bhagavan is saying Ananya Bhaktihi. Ananya Bhaktihi. Okay. Ananya Bhakti can mean more also. It can mean Bhagavan and me are identical. That is the next step. From Jignasu, Jnani. Third step, Jnani. Because 4 bhaktas he said, right? Chaturvija Vida Bhajante Ma. So we completed Artaha Artati. Now we are looking at Jignasu. Then Jnani is left out. There also sometimes the word Ananya Bhakti is used. But here Bhakti. Because the Dvaita is retained. both Arthaha, Arthati and Jignasu, Dvaita is retained. Because the Dvaita Buddhi is there. Unless Advaita Darshana comes, there Dvaita Buddhi will be. Okay? So, we have not completed the shloka yet. It's already 8:10 here. But that Ananya Bhakti, we are trying to understand using the 4 types of bhaktas that Sri Krishna talked about. We will review this and continue the discussion in the next class and finish with the 1 shloka that is left, which is a very important shloka. Mat karma krit, etc. We will see all that in the next. Okay. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.